Oh, Bailey, are we supposed to be sending you updated character sheets?
No, I kind of just trust you guys to do it, unless you want me to check it or something. We really should kind of go through your character sheet, Charlotte, given your track record, just to make sure you know about everything that you can do. And
We don't think you're cheating. We just think you're stupid.
inexperienced. The rules are complicated. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
This isn't the scene from Good Will Hunting. This is your fault.
I keep getting.
Sorry, Matt, I just saw your Snapchat.
Yeah. Listen, I'm making sure that he lives. Not happening again.
Why is he just called Talon now?
Because I'm worried about them seeing pale Talon and eventually if they find my character not re-upping it. So when it comes back, I will make sure I got everything right, even though I did already, and then delete it on my own terms.
I also love that you use that picture from Tumblr.
He's Shrexy.
Shrexy. Oh my god.
I'm curious
Dude,
now.
look
What's
at
happening?
He's a beefcake.
Pale's a beefcake?
Let me...
There had been...
This is news to me.
The pick crew things.
Pit crew?
So, pick crew.
What is that?
It's a thing on Tumblr that you use to make little cartoon style avatars.
Oh.
And there was one for men, and there's so few for men. And so I made Leo with kiss marks all over, and I said from after a night of hanging out with Pale.
Oh boy.
And so Matt made one, but they didn't have red skin, so he colored it.
I did download it and edit it.
You're that dedicated?
I'm that dedicated to one day murdering Leo once Leo fully and completely, utterly trusts Pale as his only source of happiness.
Then you're going
Then I'll
to
take it
betray
away.
him.
It's okay, you're gonna fall in love with me. Just you wait for it.
Oh, you think that?
It's gonna be some thruple action.
And they kill Allie in front of you and make you watch.
That's awfully rude. That's not very just of you.
I'll have my sister do it.
Still not very just of you.
Considering the things I said out of game about when I was in Jade, I mean, until I'm fully immersed in character, it don't matter.
Also, don't forget about Gray the squirrel.
Oh, Gray's dead. I'm going to feed him to, I'm going to find Greg the horse and feed Gray to Greg.
Horses can eat meat.
You're gonna go all the fucking way back to Edgewaters to kill a squirrel?
Yep.
But I have Gray with me.
But Greg, the horse, is in Edgewater.
Okay, well, are we ready?
Hello there.
Hello.
The angel from my nightmare. I made that same joke last time. It doesn't work anymore.
Alright, so did John disappears now, too?
Yeah, he said he
He
was
said that
feeling
he's feeling
sick.
sick.
Oh, okay.
I thought he said he had a call.
Who?
I thought he said he had a call.
Oh.
No, I thought he said he was not feeling well, so he's going to head out. He's not feeling well.
Oh. Now I see.
I think we ended off with, Pale wrote, you guys went for a bar fight, you...
Swindled some guys, we hustled.
You hustled some pool, you met up with Dennis a little bit again, and then,
Oh yeah, we vaguely threatened and/or persuaded Stephen Puiox.
yeah, he doesn't feel threatened. But, you guys talked to Steven and mostly convinced him to be on y'all's side. And you said you'd meet up with him later, I believe.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Vague threats are the best threats.
You're the only one who made threats. I made persuasive arguments.
Y'all want the truth?
Yep.
Steven's too stupid to be intimidated by you guys.
See?
By God. It's just
So
like
are
me in
my
real life.
arguments.
Okay, well I guess we're going back into the bar, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to actually summon my familiar.
Yeah, it's probably that night, because I think Pale sent his letter to Jade was the last thing we did.
Yep.
I haven't edited that episode yet, so I don't have like detailed notes. I just have bare bones kind of shit.
Oh wait,
But-
didn't Leo also ask for Scroll of Familiar?
I wrote down what you guys have.
I didn't want a scroll of familiar. I wanted a bag of tricks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Sparkle had a Wand of Counterspell, Kit had Scrolls of Familiar, Leo had a Bag of Holding, Decanter of Water, and a Bag of Tricks.
I'd forgotten about the decanter of water.
Yep.
I didn't add that. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. Did you count off your gold for it?
Yep.
Yep, okay, good. Let's see.
I had just not added it to my list of things that I needed to remember to add later.
Right. I would say, yeah, that night before you guys go to bed, you could try to do your... You don't need to try, you can just do it. Your scrolls. So do you go, like, up into a room and do it, or...
No, I guess with the party at the bar, you know, while we're eating dinner, we're like, hey guys, want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Pull some shit from the fucking Feywilds.
As you say, hey, you guys want to see something cool, and pull out, like, an obvious spell scroll, the bartender's like, hey, bud, what you got there?
I want to summon my hetero life partner. Best friends for fucking ever.
I'm really...
Jesus.
Sorry. So the bartender, like, looks at you, and he's like, well, just don't, get any chalk on the wall, I guess.
Nah, fam. Got all I need right here.
Okay. So you pull out your spell scroll and read the spell off. It's in, like, most magic is, like, magic kind of runes are in an older version of Draconic, because dragons were, like, the first spellcasters and everyone else learned magic from them. And so, as you kind of read these vaguely Draconic runes, like, stumble through them a little bit, or maybe you're good at it, I don't know. But, you read through, and who comes to the...
I sent a picture to the group chat, but basically it's a pissed off looking little pixie called a sprite.
Yeah, as you read this little spell scroll, like, it starts to, like, glow and, like, burn in your hands, like, as the components that are, like, imbued into the paper, like, are consumed. And, you kind of, like, feel, you're not, like, it's not, like, scrying or having a vision or anything, but you feel, like, a connection across the planes, and you feel a little force. What's the personality of this person?
Honestly, considering my personality, I'd imagine they're probably a klepto.
I had to say, we could roll like a d10, ignoring a 10, and see what kind of alignment they are.
Fuck it, I'm down.
Okay.
You want to do it for me?
Yeah. So an 8, so lawful good, lawful neutral, or lawful evil. That's not even that evil.
Are you going across?
I'm going across and then I'm going down.
Okay. So this will be chaotic evil.
Oh god.
My arch enemy
You see
tiny pixie.
Like fucking Stitch. Like in the beginning of the movie, you feel that presence over the Feywild. Do you bring it over to this side?
Yeah. If anything, I won't be bored with this little bastard.
Okay. So, as the spell, like the spell scroll, like, melts into light, and the entire bar is, like, looking, because it's, like, kind of bright, and all of a sudden sits in front of you. Does it talk?
I can make it talk.
Or, like, does it say, it's like a sprite, right? So it
yeah.
speaks Elvish or Common?
Yeah, it speaks, oh dear god, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
So on the bar is this little kind of purple-green chick. She goes, "What's up, bitch?"
We are gonna be such best friends.
Yeah. You can make an insight check.
Ooh. As insight, that is 11.
Okay. you're not quite sure. It's you know that they'll do whatever you say because that's the nature of your relationship. Is they get to come to the material plane for whatever their own reason is, and work for you in exchange for you getting whatever they plan to. It's they work for you no matter what their alignment is. But she is going to be bitter about it, and
I want to feed you foods that you can never get in the wilds, bitch.
she goes, I fucking know.
Cool.
I expect nothing less.
Have you ever had bar food?
No, I grew up in literally the Feywild, so no.
Cool.
I've eaten mushrooms my whole life.
You're about to discover a thing called spices.
Great.
I will spend 1 full gold piece to give this little, I guess I'm going to call her Afa, as much as she can eat, which is not a lot, but I'll give her the entire spread. She can eat what she wants, and the rest of us can eat the rest.
You order a bunch of appetizers and get a, what is it, like a tea saucer, and just cut off little pieces and put them on there. Yeah.
Wait, I forgot. I'm not there. I think I was bathing Dennis, or was that?
That was
last time?
That was a different day.
Right, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you could be doing that right now again if you want to. Just if you guys.
We
wanna...
saved that before bed.
Okay. I guess Dennis is down in the bar too, and then Jasmine does not want to talk to the pixie you have, because she's a fairy and it's different. But she's like, no. No.
Turf war.
Can you pass me the bottle opener?
Actually, I think they do actually.
Listeners, they're drinking water, but it has hard to open caps.
So Leo, upon seeing him pull out this little fairy, decides that he is not going to be upstaged by that bullshit. And quick question for you, Bailey: is my bag of tricks gray, rust, or pan?
I don't know if you have it yet.
You told us last time that we did.
Yeah. Oh, it's only 2 days, so you have it now. It's the 3 colors, right?
Gray, rust, and tan. One of those 3.
Roll me a d4 and then ignore a 4. So it is tan.
It is tan. So I'm gonna turn to the group and say, "Hey, everybody! I'm gonna go outside and see if I can find some nuts for Gray," and grab my bag of tricks and go running outside.
Okay.
I turn to the group and we are underground still, right? In an active volcano.
Oh shit, that's right.
I mean,
So
you could go outside the city. It's not very
I mean,
far.
no. I was just planning on stepping directly outside the bar.
I'm just pointing out to the rest of the group. It's just one of those things I have to go.
Oh, I've already gone.
You actually go
Shit, I'm
outside
walking
instead
out.
of the bathroom.
What was that, Charlotte?
I ain't paying attention to none of that shit. I'm just walking straight out.
Okay, what do you do when you're outside?
I'm gonna reach into my bag of tricks, and I'm gonna pull something out.
Oh boy. Gotta say, let me pull up the stats for that, I guess.
Yeah, how
random,
does
right?
Pale go about getting a deck of many things? Let's just go there.
I'm not gonna fucking give you that. That shit doesn't
One day.
exist. They have one in the vault in Golgari, and that's it. They've destroyed the fucking rest of them.
Alright,
so
guys,
he pulls
good
something
news.
out. Roll a d8, Charlotte.
After we defeat them all, we're going on a heist, and we're stealing the deck of many things.
A 3!
A 3, yeah. So you pull out. They're like beans, right?
They're little fuzzy balls.
You pull out a little fuzzy ball, and you set it on the ground, and a full-grown baboon appears in the street, and everyone kind of as they're walking by, it's evening. The miners and smelters are going home for the day. People are walking back from the markets after selling whatever on the street, and there's a fucking monkey in the street now. Does it obey you, or
It does.
Okay.
It obeys me. When it not being told what to do, it acts in its normal nature.
Okay. So do you tell it what to do, or do you set it loose in the middle of Metropolis?
Oh, no. We're going in together to the bar.
Okay. I think Clint Eastwood used to own a chimpanzee.
I want to know what a baboon actually... I can't remember what a baboon looks like.
The
think-
ones with the funky looking asses. Really
Oh,
big
I'm sorry,
teeth.
the ones from Tarzan.
What?
The ones from Tarzan. Not the gorillas, the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leave the
I reach down and I grab my baboon's hand.
So Leo walks out of the bar saying, "I'm gonna go get food for Greg." He comes back out holding a full-grown baboon, and
Gray's on my other shoulder.
And Gray's on your other shoulder. Roll me animal handling.
Oh dear lord. Oh, sorry, I meant to say the baboon is friendly to me and my friends.
Okay.
Hang on. Animal handling, a 14.
Yeah, Gray clings to your neck almost painfully as his little nails dig into your shoulder. You don't know if it's with malice or not, but he's clutching you. Yeah, so you walk in with a full-grown baboon, and everyone in the bar turns around to see you, kind of like, what the absolute fuck? Because most of them, living in a fairly temperate climate, have never seen one of these before. They don't know what the fuck it is. Could be some weird animal like a kinku or a tabaxi, but they don't know. It's not wearing clothes either. That's kind of weird. Several people just silently stare at you from the doorway and take big shots of whatever they're drinking. What do you do?
I'm gonna say, look guys, look who I found!
I pull a gun out immediately.
I
The mage
speak
hunter.
in Dwarvish to it. Hello?
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
On yourself or on...
So I can speak to the baboon.
Okay, you cast it.
Okay. And I'm gonna turn to the baboon and be like, I'm so sorry, what was your name?
My name is, Bimbledy Boop.
Bimbledy Boop.
Yeah.
Guys, this here's Bimbledy Boop. He's gonna be hanging out for a
So
while.
he's not a hairy dwarf.
No. He's a baboon. Bimbledy Boop the baboon.
The fuck is a baboon?
This.
You know, I think all the ones in Crackman died. So.
Well, don't you worry about where Bimbledy Boop came from, alright? That's for me and him to know and you not to find out. But anyway, whatever. I also have a cool little sidekick. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
How long
I
will...
point the gun over more at Leah. Where did you just steal a monkey?
No, Bimbledy Boop, tell him.
He goes, I don't know what sound baboons make, but only you can talk to him, so...
Doesn't matter. We're gonna say, see, he said that he's with me, or we're buds.
I motion towards my new sprite friend, Afa. I whisper in Sylvan, I will literally give you more alcohol than your entire body's worth if you just stab that thing in the ass.
Wait a second.
And
Oh,
while
I see Sylvian.
also, Bimbledy Boop looks to you, Leo, and he says, "Where the fuck are we?" And
This is a bar.
he says, "I was just brought into existence about 5 seconds ago. And how long do I have left, by the way?"
Just until dawn. I'm so sorry, friend.
Okay. A night to remember, I guess.
A beer for the donkey.
So I'm gonna say, Ava, roll persuasion check on your cool friend. 'Cause you didn't command her, you gave her a
Yeah.
bargain.
14 persuasion. Alright, so that'd be 23.
What's their wisdom?
Wisdom is 13, so it's a +1.
They kind of look at him and shrug. Say, okay.
Turn invisible float over there.
Yeah, I guess should we roll initiative if we're going to start a bar fight via our familiars/animals?
Oh god, that would be so amazing.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to start, or do we want to try for peace?
Let me check and see. Let me see if I can figure out what would happen if the creature is attacked. Hang on. The creature is friendly to you and your companions and acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to demand how the creature moves.
I'm just
Such
saying poke it in the ass. I'm not saying like you can try to gut it.
Right.
In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. So I think that if you stab him, he's going to react accordingly.
Okay, I want, make Bimbledy Boop make me a, perception check.
Bimbledy Boop or Leo, because Leo be watching out for him.
Both of you. Pale too, I guess, if you want to step in or not. I don't know.
But there was Bimbledy Boop. Oh, I don't have the, shit.
I'm just watching.
What about Dennis and Jasmine?
Oh, they're not into this. No.
They're watching with me. The three of us are. I have a beer. Dennis has milk, and Jasmine has a very tiny tea.
Why are you?
We're just watching. We're just
drink
sipping.
milk.
He's got to
What?
stand straight and narrow.
Yeah, because we kind of. He and I both know that he can only drink when he and I are alone, because otherwise things might happen, especially if he's around something that has the potential to die. And neither of us want to go back to prison for 10 years.
Right. Okay. Are you looking at
So
baboon
he has
stats, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay.
A magical fantasy world. Yeah, we're looking up how a baboon can be in a bar fight.
I think it's in the monster manual. You want me to look, or you Google?
I found it. I'm just trying to remember for insight is a whiz save. Baboons have a +1 on wisdom, so Bimbledy Boop rolled a 9.
Okay. What about you? What about Leo?
I like that Matt muted himself while he could muse about the nonsense of this. Insight, that is a 12 for Leo.
Okay, so I think, Leo, you would notice the zooming green light as Ava jumps off the bar, fairy dust behind her, very, very, very small sword. And you know, like those in the 90s, they had the sword toothpicks they put in
they still have
cheeseburgers?
them. Oh,
Yeah, so she has one of those, but it's made out of like steel or something. And so they zoom. What are the?
It's invisible. They can go invisible.
Or no, she doesn't want to be invisible.
Oh, she wants to be seen doing
Yeah,
this?
yeah. She zooms off the bar. I guess I'd say, is Leo going to try? What?
Do I get sneak attack?
No. Here, let's all, the three of you, roll initiative, because I don't know how to manage this otherwise.
Well, Bimbledy Boop goes on my turn, so we'll roll initiative together.
Okay.
It's an 11.
You guys probably go first. Dexterity. So that is an 8.
Okay, yeah, so you see Afa jump up the counter and fly towards Bimbledy Boop with a tiny sword in hand. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and I'm gonna reach out and grab her.
Okay. Is that like what are they kind of like made, like, I guess grapple, that would be can you attack with Mage Hand? Is that
Hang on.
I mean, it doesn't really matter considering that this is like a creature that can fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what the Mage Hand's.
It says that the hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
Okay, she's definitely less than 10 pounds.
So I guess make an intelligence because you're using magic to do it.
Yeah, let's use roll me Arcana, and we'll use that for your kind of attack roll.
Arcana? Okay, let's go. Not dexterity?
Well, it's not your dexterity. It's how you can control the hand.
Motherfuck. Okay, that's a 7.
Okay, have Afa make me a dex save.
Oh damn. That is like +4.
Yeah. Unless you were like a 1.
Excuse you, I have up until a 3.
18, 22.
Yeah, your mage hand reaches out and tries to snatch, but Afa's just too fast.
So I'm gonna, my bonus action to go Bimbledy Boof, the fairy, the sprint. I'm gonna say the fairy
Okay.
because it's gonna piss off Jasmine and I know it.
What's Bimbledy Boop's intelligence?
Bimbledy Boop's Boop. Oh lord, he has an intelligence of 4.
Uh-huh.
-3 for the modifier.
He's not gonna know what a fairy is.
He's gonna take it.
But I think if you point and just say like, look out, he'll get that.
Okay.
Because you cast speak with animals earlier, so.
Yes, so absolutely. Like, oh my god, look!
Okay, so what is he going to do?
Well, I think that he gets to. Oh my god, hang on. Oh! Apparently, baboons have an advantage called pack tactics.
Uh-huh.
What?
Where the baboon has an advantage on an attack roll against a creature if it is at least one, or if at least one of the baboon's allies is within 5 feet and the ally isn't incapacitated. So because we're sitting right next to each other, Bibbledy-Boof has advantage.
Go for it.
Okay, he's gonna try to like snatch her or what? Snatch, bite, grab.
Bite.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Roll to attack.
Roll to attack with advantage. 13. 4. So 13. What's his? Does he have an attack bonus? No. Oh, no, he doesn't.
That misses.
Are they? It should say like in their kind of like card, under, like it should like in a little sentence, it should say if they have an attack bonus or not.
No, it's just the pack tactics where he gets advantage.
Okay, so what's the total?
The total is just 13.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay, so he like, goes like with his big ass teeth, chomp, but she like ducks and is able to get out of the way. Is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, I think that's it, except for like Leo's movement, but I imagine he's like stuck between two people in a booth, so he's probably not moving.
Okay, and I'd say, Pale, I'll let you jump in after Afa's turn, if you wanted to. So what does Afa do? I assume stab.
Yeah. I'm going to mentally command her not to actually draw blood, but just good poke.
Okay.
So I guess rolling for attack.
Yeah.
12, 18.
I assume that hits.
Wait, is that your attack or her attack?
Her attack.
Oh. She has a +6.
It's a plus. She does like damage.
Yeah, it's 1d1.
Yeah, so it's just 1 damage every time, no matter what.
Mm.
You can crit and do 2 points of damage.
So it's basically, yeah.
Which again, if she stabs a common or
no,
twice.
it's 14. I'm looking at the short bow. But yeah, still 14.
That hits.
Okay. So you don't want to actually hurt Bimbledy-Boop?
Yeah, just give him a good scare.
Roll medicine. I believe that's wisdom.
3, and this is for Afa, so wisdom, medicine is wisdom, 4.
Okay, so you tell her, don't actually hurt Bimbledy-Boop.
I like that mental command, yeah.
But she does, though, on accident. It's because, he almost bit her and, ate her, so...
In the moment.
Yeah, so she does stab him and do exactly 1 point of damage, but then what do? Tell her to fly away?
Yeah, tell her, alright,
Go land on the chandelier?
Yeah, go land on the chandelier, disappear for a little bit, I'm gonna get you some mail.
Okay, now, I want Bimbledy-Boop to make me does it say in the bag of tricks that they follow all your commands, Leo?
Hang on, let me pull it up again.
I'm gonna jump on you like a spider monkey.
It says you can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or give it general orders, such as attack your enemies. In the absence of any orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature.
Okay, so as soon as you see Afa go poke Bimbledy-Boop really hard, do you do anything? Does Leo do anything?
No.
Okay. Now I want Bimbledy-Boop to make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Alright, Nice. It's a high roll.
16.
Okay.
Really? That'd be-
Yeah, it has +1 on wisdom and a -3 intelligence.
I was gonna say if he had rolled low, he was just gonna freak out and destroy the bar, but he kind of just like clings, like he puts like a hand on your like thigh really angrily, and then squints up at the fairy, and like he just looks pissed off, but like not enough to like go ape shit.
So speaking of that, can I do something that'll make everything worse?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, and from the opposite side of the bar, or no, from wherever the Aoife went, I'm going to make baboon noises.
Like just to scare her or what?
To scare her and to make Bimbledy-Boo think that there's another ape in there. And make a friend.
Okay. I guess have both Aoife and Bimbledy-Boop roll insight against your deception check, Pale.
Oh no. 4.
5. Yes.
So, Aoife is not tricked, but Bimbledy-Boop, even though they were like not great ape sounds, because you've probably never even seen an ape before, Pale, or at least it was like just once at a zoo or something.
Neither has Bimbledy-Boop.
That's true. It's true. Bimbledy was brought into existence, but he has like the instinctual, you know. So he kind of like jerks his head around and like looks for any kind of the source of what it was. It's more like when a dog hears a car like honking outside, less than my people. You know what I mean?
I did my best to cause things to get worse.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get another thing of milk.
The bartender kind of just like slaps a heavy hand, you know, a heavy dwarven hand on the table. He says, "Hey, I need y'all to keep your animals and your fucking fairies on the down low. Otherwise, you got to get the hell out of my bar. I just had half these tables replaced from a fight last week. I ain't trying to do that shit again. Got me?"
Imagine he sees a tiny little bird being flipped from a tiny little person.
Oh, like a middle finger. Let me. Hold on. Oh shit, wrong dice. Oh, same too. He doesn't see it, but he's too focused on trying to intimidate you guys into not wrecking his shit. Please, thanks. Okay.
All right, I guess.
Hale just gets out one of the.
A silver for the shot of like a high.
You get
top
her.
shelf of top shelf booze. Like I hold it up, dingle a little bit, set it down at the table.
Roll me a con save.
As
For
soon
her.
as he sets it on the table, wait, before, as soon as he sets it on the table, I use Mage Hand and pull it over to Bimbledy-Boop.
Hey now, how's
Cold.
Silver?
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna die. I don't know. Do you stop the mage hand from, or do you just get another shot?
Wait, better yet, instead of moving it in front of Bimbledy-Boop, hang on, give me 1 second, I can't remember if Mage Hand is invisible or not.
It's not.
I think Bigby's hand is purple. I think
I
mage hand might be invisible.
Oh, I thought I made a mistake. My bad.
Is it Charlotte, or have you gotten to it yet?
Spectral floating hand
Okay. So it's like,
appears. That's
like-
me to say that it is not right.
Okay.
Okay, so I use it to pull it over to Bimbledy-Boop.
okay. Are you gonna?
I
try it?
lean over to Jasmine, just say, if you don't eat your vegetables and talk your feelings, you're gonna end up like them. This is why you talk your feelings. You don't want to end up like the pixie. This is why we talk about our feelings, Jasmine.
She kind of leans up against like Dennis's neck, and she's like, "There's like a whole, like I mean it's not her voice. There's like a whole like pixie fairy war back in the Feywild. It sucks. I fucking hate those things." Am I talking
Y'all
about?
will win.
That's me talking about my feelings, Pale.
I appreciate that. We're gonna get you some chamomile after this. It's soothing.
Just exactly one leaf inside of a lid. And
Yep.
okay.
I guess Cat or Kit will be like, as 1 silver, and I will, I will bribe, Afa with 2 shots to poison that egg if you don't give it back. At that point, it'll be up to her to decide.
Dennis is gonna kind of lean over and go, I mean, to be fair, Kit, you did start it, so.
That's fair.
He's like, I'm just trying to not get kicked out of here.
But I do want to see who wins in a fight between an ape and a sprite.
Well, maybe.
Well, you already took Homeboy's 3 hit points. So.
Oh shit.
Wait, he only has 3 hit points?
He only has 3 hit points.
I just thought they'd be sturdier than that. Damn.
Yeah, same here. I thought there was like 10 because my sprite only has 2.
Well, I guess if a human being can have 4, that makes
that's
sense.
fair. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay, I guess he deserves that little shot. If he only has 3, god damn. Okay. I'll
Okay.
spend another shot.
You heard it.
Okay, have both Bimbledy Boop and Afa make me a con save. Or do you let Bimbledy Boop drink this shot?
Absolutely. It's one night on Earth.
Okay.
He does not. It's just a 3.
My power, my god, it's raining here.
Oh no.
6. Oh, 9.
A 9?
And this is top shelf stuff, so.
Yeah. Is that 3 for Bimbledy Boop? Charlotte? No.
So, sorry, what was that question?
Is that 3 for Bimbledy Boop's con save?
Yes, ma'am. And he
Okay.
does not get any bonuses.
Yeah, so Bimbledy Boop takes the shot and when you feed a baby a lemon?
Uh-huh.
Okay, she does that face. And then literally, almost instantly, he's just leaning against you and drooling and twitching, make it stop, I have the spins, please. And then Afa takes, I guess, does she drink the entire shot or just a fairy-sized swallow?
I imagine a fairy-sized swallow, considering she could almost bathe in a shot glass.
Yeah, so she just takes a big, and then kind of, also I would say makes a little bit of a face, but not as much, and then just kind of sits on top of the salt shaker, ugh, and Jasmine's still ugh, pixies.
I cast Lesser Restoration on Afa so that she isn't affected by the alcohol.
Okay.
Damn, you should have both.
Bimbledy was
Actually, I cast it on her and on the monkey, so neither of them get the benefit of the booze.
Okay.
Neither of you are drinking. We're having a good night.
Afa puts her tiny fists on her hips, hey, I was enjoying that.
Not for long. You don't get to be happy while my tiny friend, is angry at you. And seeing as how that's on a basis of race, which I feel, Jasmine, we might have to talk about that later. As long as you're...
Whatever, you fucking matchstick.
Oh, you literally, Jasmine, can we kill her? Would that be, unethical?
Afa, looks at Jasmine and says, fucking fairies, little bitches. And then Jasmine's you can't make me angry because you're just a little pissant and you're not even worth my time. And they just kind of bitterly stare at each other. Yeah. But
this is great. Hey, Kit, you started a tiny gang war. An adorable gang war.
To be fair, the gang war already existed. I just kind of brought a blood to a crypt hideout.
I'm just imagining What I think her name's
point.
Kat from Fallout 4. Just the Irish bitch from Fallout 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining, but very small.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, fair enough. Raise my milk, take a sip, carry on.
Milk drinkers. Speaking of Bethesda games. Best insult ever. Okay, so what do y'all do for the rest of the night other than, combing the hair of your soon-to-die new best friend and then your very small friends who fucking hate each other?
I want to reach into the bag of tricks and see if I can pull him out another baboon.
How many little puffs do you have in a bag of tricks?
3. They regenerate every dawn.
Okay, so you pull out another baboon.
Wait, no, don't I have to roll a d8?
Oh yeah, roll a d8. Yeah. Oh god. What else could we bring to this? Oh god.
I love this so much. Oh, that was a 4.
A 4.
An axe beak. Whatever. What is an axe beak?
Oh dear God, it's like a mean-looking ostrich.
Oh no.
Wait, you made an emu.
It's a fantasy emu. Yeah. Oh no. This is so bad. Okay. So, this mean-looking fucking emu just like
That
pops.
you can ride.
Can you ride them?
Yeah, no, those are mounts.
Oh god.
God.
Oh god, and you're in the middle of the bar. Oh my god.
Send the baboon on the
Upon
emu
immediately
into
seeing
the
that,
night.
I grab what's left of the booze, what's left of the food, and grab Afa and like, time to go, invisible now!
You just walk out of the bar?
Yep.
Okay, so this big ass bird plops into the middle of the thing and goes. I don't know what a bird noises birds make, but it's like bigger than most of the dwarves that are in here. And again, everyone looks at you like, what the goddamn adventurers? What the fuck? And the bartender kind of walks up to you and says, "You gotta get that fucking thing out of here, man. I will call the Blue Shields, man. That's how fucking serious I am. Get that thing. Get out."
So I grab the hand of Bimbledy Boop and I pet Gray on my shoulder and I say, "We'd like a crudité to go." And then I turn around and I take my new friends and I tell the Axe Beak to follow us. And Bimbledy Boop and Gray ride the Axe Beak around the tunnels for the rest of the day.
Dennis, tell me it wouldn't be worth it to murder them right now. I need someone to talk me out of it. Tell me it's not worth it, Dennis. Please.
Dennis, puts a hand on your elbow and he says, maybe they'll grow out of it. I don't have any kids,
You're right.
but I used to have some nieces and nephews and stuff. It's probably a phase. That's something people say, right?
I'm a foster kid. My dad left the fire realm. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I was raised by warlocks, man. It was weird.
He goes, I knew both my parents, but they just mostly ignored me, so. They were
Man,
nice.
we all three of us need therapy, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna ride by on my Axe Beak and go, "Speak for yourself, bitches!"
This is
I'm
healthy
going to shoot at it.
coping.
I'm going to shoot the bird.
Oh my god!
Meanwhile, me and Afa are outside of the bar just smoking and drinking what's left of the booze we were able to snag out.
Okay, so are you really gonna shoot the bird, Pale?
Actually, I'm going to do whole person in a way that my goal is if I cast on the bird, if I do it right, I want it to stop and for Leo to go flying off of it.
So you catch it mid-stride.
Yeah, how fast
Exactly.
are you running, Leo? Through the
Oh,
middle
we're
of
going
town.
down these tunnels.
You're like zooming, like.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I guess Pale, you run after them. Is hold person like a wisdom save or something?
Yeah, it has to, which I don't know why I rolled,
Oh.
but it has to be meet an 11.
Okay. Only an 11.
For the save?
Yeah.
How's your spell save DC only an 11?
It's hold person, and it's well. Listen, I have violent spells. My mind spells aren't that strong, but my violent spells are great.
I think they should all be wisdom based, right? If you're a cleric.
Yeah, but I just have a lot of violence ones that are a lot more violent, brutal. My wisdoms ones are just wisdoms.
Okay. Alright, so roll me a what did we just say? Wisdom save?
Yep.
For the bird?
The axe beat.
Yeah.
I didn't get to ask it its name.
His name's Hammer.
Son of a...
12!
You feel Hammer the axe beak start to trip, but then catch himself as you guys are sprinting through town. So let me roll something really. Are you going like just like in circles around the bar? Are you going like just up through the streets? You're a man on a mission. Like, what are you doing?
The mission is to have as much fun as possible.
Okay. I had the time of my life.
Exactly. I'm trying to. Me and Bimbledy Boop have bonded now.
I got outsmarted by a bird.
Having a time. I'm not gonna ask his name because he is a tool to me at the moment, and you can't use your friends, and there can only be your friends if you know their name.
His name is Hammer.
And nope, I don't know that. Not Leo. He doesn't know.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want it.
Animals on.
I think Speak with Animals lasts like 10 minutes.
Hasn't more than 10 minutes passed at this point?
I'd say it would have been like about 8. So literally in my head, so Aoife appeared, and then you remembered that you have a bag of tricks. You walk outside, summon the baboon, walk back in. Aoife tries to stab him, and then you guys have a awkward truce. Take shots of alcohol. Then you go, oh my god, what if we had like a second one of these motherfuckers up in here? And you summoned a giant bird.
Wait, Bimbledy Boop needs another baboon!
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
And are you gonna summon your third little fluff in the bag of tricks?
Oh no, we're good now.
Okay. So, I guess... Let me roll something really fast. Okay. I guess roll me... What would this even be? Just roll me a d20, Charlotte.
Just a d20. Am I evading the police?
Okay, so as you ride through town, just your 3 friends, just the 4 musketeers, and only one of you can speak. And you're rolling through town, just sprinting on this giant bird, and everyone's like, you know, like, I would say one of the Blue Shields who's, like, on duty in this area of town, like, sees you, and it's like, you know, it's like a distant shot in an action movie. He just looks at you and, like, watches you go by and says, I don't get paid enough to deal with that. And then,
Because it runs at 34 miles an hour.
fuck. And so,
What a fucking unit.
and everyone who just sees you go by is just like, goddamn adventurers, stupid bullshit. I don't even, fuck you, and they just keep walking. But you have a great time with your friends until I guess the early morning when you get tired and they disappear.
Well, towards the end of the day of the evening, I'm gonna find. Fuck, what do birds even eat? I'm gonna get him a crudité platter too, and we're gonna have 4 little crudité platters, and we're gonna watch the sunrise. And I pet Gray, and look at both of my new friends, and hold them until they disappear, and then I just hold Gray.
Make a persuasion check.
I just want to be waiting there for when they disappear.
Persuasion, that is a 21.
Do you have another slot to cast Speak with Animals again?
Yes.
Okay, so Bimbledy Boop's gonna kind of poke you and like mime, do the thing again where we can talk. he's gonna put a hand on your shoulder and Hammer the axe beak's gonna kind of like, nudge his head against you, and then Gray, even the tenuous relationship you two have, he kind of cuddles up against your chest as you hold him as you all watch the sunset, and
Rise.
The sunrise, I'm sorry, and Bimbledy-Boop's gonna say, I know I'm gonna disappear into the void after this, but I'll never forget this. And Axebeak goes, I was made to run, and I'm glad that I did with you. And then Gray's gonna say, I've thought about running away and hiding every moment of my life that I've been with you, but this couple hours has been okay. And then Hammer and Bimbledy-Boop do fade from existence as the sun rises. Now back to the bar several hours before this. So Aoife's gonna be sitting outside with you. What are you doing?
Did you see that picture of a tiny little fairy?
No. Did you send it to me on my phone?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Me and her are basically just gonna eat food, hang out, and do that.
I was literally thinking, she goes, can you roll me a very small cigarette? And fuck, that's funny. Just because her leg.
And yeah, so we're basically out there, she's smoking a cigarette that, it's a sizable cigarette for her. Mm-hmm. As I take a drag, I hand it to her, and she just kind of props it up with her legs, and
yeah.
And I guess it'd be like, you want to earn some gold?
She goes, fuck it.
Okay, let's turn invisible and let's earn some little, let's grift a bit.
We got a pickpocket or what?
Might as well.
I love fucking doing that to the elves. Goddamn assholes.
I hold up my fist for a little fist bump.
She'll warn you, she's like, I can only carry 4 gold at a time though, so.
Well, if you could use your sword just to slice the coin purse.
I'm pretty good at taking people's necklaces and shit too.
Dope.
Okay.
Let's earn some cash.
All right. I'll circle back to you, Pale. Don't let me forget about you.
Yerp.
Or you and Dennis and Jasmine. Alright, so you guys, where do you go in town?
I guess we go to the posh bars.
Okay.
And wait for the drunk patrons to stumble out because they're rich and they won't notice their shit falling off them.
Okay. You roll up to a bar. You guys hiding, or what are you doing?
I'm just, chilling out, having a smoke, and I guess I ask her to turn invisible and let's get to work.
You roll up to, the Silver Cabaret or something, and just kind of wait outside. Have her roll me sleight of hand with advantage, because she's invisible.
Sleight of hand is dex.
Invisible and very small and can fly, so...
First one is 10. Second one is 21.
Okay. Yeah, so she rolls up to, there's some person who's obviously some kind of a wizard or somebody of high status in town. Mm-hmm. They're wearing party robes. I don't know. It's like Gandalf, but he's got the skirt kind of hiked up. And some cool boots, but this person, you see just a tiny inkling of fairy dust, as you can sense where Aoife is, and she comes back with a locket with a green gem in it. It's worth 2 gold.
Oh, nice. No coin purse.
I mean, you guys can keep doing it.
Yeah.
We'll just say, roll me a d20.
18.
Yeah. Throughout the night of you. Just pickpocketing people, you get about, 14 gold.
Sweet.
Yeah. Or 14 gold with or whatever. You can go to a pawn shop in the morning. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing too fancy. They wouldn't bring, a wand of fireballs to a strip club. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could, but they don't. You do anything else?
No, after that, I guess we're going back to the bar, and so Aoife can talk more shit to Jasmine.
While Aoife and Kit are gone, what do you do, Pale?
So I'm pissed off at all the animals and insanity, so I'm going to talk to Dennis and Jasmine and ask, can either of you shapeshift a person or make them look like someone else?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me look at Dennis's character sheet.
I mean, Kit can literally do that. I'm sure they'd point that out.
I think they want to get revenge against you.
Oh.
Against someone.
And me!
I have an entire, 4-inch binder of just boys.
Jeez.
I mean,
Do they have, lists of what their voices all sound like?
no, I just try to remember. And it's generally, what area they're from is what their voice is. Most people in Stone Garden have, a Northeast accent. And then, of course, everyone out west is all country, and then Thunderous Gremlins have their own kind of very unique accent. Let's spell list. Let's see. He says, I do not. And I do not believe Jasmine does either.
Then when Kit gets back in, I'm going to call him over and say, hey, listen. First of all, keep her over on the other side. All right. You want to make some money real quick? Need a favor.
Who are you talking to?
Me, Kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shoot.
Are you able to look like me?
Oh yeah, easily.
I'll give you 10
Hair's
gold.
a bit hard to get down, but I can get a very close approximation to it.
Alright. I'll give you 10 gold if you wait until Leo's animals disappear, walk up as me, kiss him, and then walk away and shapeshift to someone else so that he doesn't know what happened or anything.
Now keep
I'm a
in
little
mind,
uncomfortable with this.
keep in mind, 10 gold is like $700.
Yeah, but Kit's never been with another person in the biblical sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a kiss.
Kit kind of blushes a bit, like, my first kiss, senpai.
What the fuck?
Woo.
Aoife kind of looks up at you and goes, prude, bitch. And
Yeah.
Listen.
afraid of cooties or something?
15 gold.
Okay, fuck it.
And I toss him the coin just right after the animals disappear. Just go,
Okay, yeah.
walk up as me, lay one on him, and then just run behind an alley and change to someone else so that he doesn't know.
Alright, gotta get my character on. Also, give me a spare set of your clothes.
Oh yeah, here are my old leathers that I used to wear.
Alright.
Just so you're aware, Leo, at the moment that the animals disappear, is holding Gray close to his chest, stroking him, and sobbing with snot coming down his face.
Hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is gonna be hot.
Okay.
So, I guess Kit shifts into the closest as she can get to a fire genasi, which the hair right now is pretty tricky. I mean, it's got to be in a state of constant shifting to get, the fire look right.
I don't know, cause
And at that point, I guess I got to roll for concentration to just make sure it's still going.
I'd say with as fond as Leo is of Pale, or at least pretends to be, he'd make an insight check to your deception.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, roll stealth as you sneak up to Leo and his friends on the mountainside.
Oh, by the way, the inside check will be after he kisses me, because my eyes are closed right now.
Stealth?
Yeah.
That'll be 17.
What's your passive perception, Leo?
So sorry, you were on mute. My passive perception is a 13.
Okay, so, Kit, you sneak up to Leo, who's just holding the poor little squirrel that's sobbing.
I brush his hair to the side, give him a solemn nod, peck one on, like, wipe some snot and, tears on the way onto one cheek and give him a good smooch, not on the lips, on, smooch. And I kind of shift a blush and kind of, like, scurry away.
Okay. Now, how would Leo react to this? Feeling the ginger touch of your hair being brushed behind your ear and the soft lips against the side of your face, and then they're gone. It's just.
Oh, I'm gonna open my eyes immediately and look around.
Okay. Roll stealth again and make me a perception check again.
21.
Okay.
Oh, it's rolling. Perception. 19.
Okay, you don't catch the face, but you do see, like, from the back as they disappear into the brush, the red skin and black hair and the armor that you do recognize as Pale's, but he hasn't worn it recently, so it's weird that he's wearing it now. But you see, who you recognize as Pale, but then you instantly lose him as they jump into the bushes.
Okay, but I would think if it was really Pale, number one, because of the armor, number two, are fire genasi not supposed to have skin that's warmer than normal people?
It depends.
It depends.
Like, sometimes it is, but it can be like, I think it can be like, it's like,
So, like,
parts.
when you're all excited about kissing somebody for the first time, wouldn't it be warmer?
You want to roll an insight check, Leo?
Yes, and I'm trying to imply advantage because of the
While crying?
because of those.
Wait, while you were crying and having a breakdown?
I'd say
No
because
way.
you're freaking out, you would not have advantage.
Damn. Okay, that's fair. That's very valid.
You guys are gonna bully Leo in his weakest moment when he's
Yeah.
grieving.
You just experience the most pure form of love.
To be fair, Kit tried to make it
I'm
as
telling Allie.
touching as possible.
No, there's a difference between romantic love and just purely. Oh, this is an insight check.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
Okay. I guess roll deception, Kit.
Okay, god damn. My deception is plus 11.
What?
But it's still, I rolled a 2, so that's 13.
Yeah. Though you're pretty sure you just saw Pale, you're not sure if it's actually him. And I'm like, fire genasi are very rare on this side of the world. Like, Pale might be the only fire genasi in all of Macadia right now. But you're pretty sure you saw him, but like, you've imagined the feel of his lips on your face before. It didn't feel as you thought. I write a lot of fan fiction, can you tell?
Oh no!
Oh, God.
Okay, so what happens next, boys and girls?
Kit
Neil
goes back to
read his bag of tricks and try to. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
No.
Kit kind of just goes back and kind of sulks like that was my first kiss, and I kind of feel shitty.
Aw, it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, now all three of you are crying.
So
What'd we learn?
Nothing. I'll walk up to me like, hey, listen, if you're sad about that being your first kiss, we could kill you and I could bring you back and it would be kind of new again. Right?
How many hit points do you have?
A lot.
What's your constitution?
Mine? Pretty high. But, well, average.
Wait, +9 or 9?
What?
You said 9 for your con?
No, I said high.
Oh.
Or alright.
You said
Mediocre.
9, and you're like, I have a 9. That's really high. I'm like, fucker, no.
Oh no.
He said mine?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man,
Or you were
I
referring.
could just have your ass paralyzed with some poison at any moment.
You won't. Please don't.
Okay, so it's morning. What do you guys do?
I guess.
Oh,
And I guess Leo, you're pretty tired because you spent all night.
With my friends.
Yeah.
Hammer and Grimbledy Boop.
When I see Leo, I walk up to him, kind of with the back of my hand. I kind of touch his face and say, "Hey, I hope you're feeling all right, man," and just walk away. But I gently stroke his cheek and then walk away.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab him by the crotch. And I'm gonna say, I think I saw you earlier. Was that you or not? Because there are some things that we could get up to.
You said that while you're holding his dick?
Yes, with my Mage Hand.
Dennis, is that you? Oh.
Dennis does have mage hand.
Dennis is like, eating some scrambled eggs. Like, my name? What?
Nothing. I'm just messing around. I just pull my. I pull out. What's his name? Quentin's Equalizer. Like, get off.
Are you pointing at the Mage Hand?
No, I'm pointing at you.
Then I pull away Mage Hand and I gently stroke his cheek like with the backs of my fingers, with like the last, like the index finger like trailing, and then walk away. And over my shoulder shout, "You know where to find me."
Yeah.
This is a steamy episode, I just have to say.
Listen, if I have to gaslight him erotically, I'll do it. Whatever it takes.
You know, Kate was starting the night feeling pretty good about him, herself, and not really. man,
Hey,
you know,
that was your first kiss as me.
Pale was at least you brightened up, Leo's day, but I don't know how you're feeling, Pale.
Oh, hey Bailey.
Yeah.
Is it still within 10 minutes of me casting Speak with Animals a few minutes ago?
Is something you want to say to Gray, or?
Yes, there's something I want to say to Gray.
I'd say you could have said it before you walked back into town, but the walk-in back to meet Pale, it would have expired before that.
Oh, never mind, then it won't work.
Okay. Because Stone Garden is about 10-15 miles across, so...
Oh, I see. Okay. That is very valid.
Okay. You wake up, and Ava says, "Fucks for breakfast."
Well, I just earned some, basically whore money. You wanna get scrambled eggs?
Sure.
Fuck it.
Mimosas. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I get a couple of pitchers of mimosas and I wait for the rest of the party to come down.
Okay. So in the morning, that happens, and mark off another day. There are 12 days left until the revolution. Do you guys want to do anything special today, knowing that there are only 12 days left, or do you want to continue to fuck around?
Do you guys want to accept a quick bounty, or do you want to throw Pale back into the pit?
Let's do a bounty. Last time I got into the pit, I don't remember what happened, but
I shifted
things
to one
happened.
of the steamy, oiled up ribs. Bristling.
I just avert my eyes, cover my eyes, and look away. I'm just like, so, you guys, the bounty, bounty, stop it.
Was that gasping shudder one of arousal or fear?
Pale's not sure.
Okay.
He's still trying to figure out what happened that night, and he's not sure if he's happy about it. He knows he was happy and then let down, but he's not sure where those feelings came from.
Okay. So you mentioned wanting to take a bounty. Where do you like seek that out, or do you wait for it to come to you, or what?
Do you guys want to do one of the illicit kind or one above board?
Above board, I have my bestest spud. Not Angus.
His name is, oh, fuck's his name? Shit.
I mean, if it's not violent, we can do anything. But if it's going to be violent, it should be above board. Illegal violence is bad.
Eli Locke. Detective Eli Locke.
I have my bestest bud, Eli Locke, to keep in mind, and if I keep doing illegal things, he's gonna be mad at me. And
I'm mad at you.
You're my best friends. I can't lose another one.
I'm mad at you for doing illegal things.
Shifty just kind of like brushes her hair or his hair off to the side, like their hair.
I'm anticipating the love triangle now.
Wait. So when Kit does that, can I make an insight check to see if it feels like what it felt like before?
If you recognize the gentle touch.
Yes.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, roll me either insight or history, I guess.
Oh, let me call it before I roll it. This is gonna be an insight check.
Okay.
1.
Shut up.
So close.
7's not much better. That is a 10.
Okay. I would say, though the touch feels tender, and you just, it feels the same kind of warmth you felt on the mountainside as you were grieving your friends. You don't recognize it exactly. You recognize the feeling it gives you, but not the actual fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't recognize the fingers. That's a phrase that was said.
Matthew, tell me how many fingers you recognize. Tell me. Give me a number. Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends.
So, it's about noon. You guys are thinking about taking a contract. What do you... So I guess... Where would everyone be at about noon if you're thinking about taking a contract? Are you going to get ready? Are you guys looking out for leads? What is everyone doing?
Well, at noon, Leo's probably asleep. Not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah, you
Or like
all night.
waking up.
What?
Probably just waking up. What time does the sun rise there?
I don't know, like 6:30.
Like 6:30. Okay, so if he went to bed at 7 for a long rest, it needs to be how long?
I think it's like 8 hours.
8 hours. Okay. So no, Leo would still be resting
Okay, how about you?
for at least.
I guess downstairs paying the tab, talking it over with Pale about accepting the job, and I guess getting ready to kick open the door to Leo's room.
Okay, what would you be doing, Pale?
I'd be with Kid. I would have early in the morning have walked Dennis to the library, made sure he had some money, so in case anything happened, doesn't end up in the slums again.
Okay.
So I still feel badly about it.
I mean, okay, but you dropped Dennis off at the library.
It was a little bit of lunch, like a little bagged lunch.
Yeah, carrots and a ham sandwich. Yeah. So you, as you're walking Dennis back from the library, and you're about to get back into the bar that morning, you see Stephen Puiox walking towards you. Let me roll something. He actually, for once, recognizes someone and notices them because his perception is, -2. But I'd say he sees you and kind of waves you down. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?"
Oh hey, it's going pretty well. Stuff's been fun. No giant birds. What about you?
Oh, giant birds?
No giant birds. No giant birds.
Is that a recurring thing for you?
It's only happened twice, but the fact that it happened more than once is weird.
He kind of nods and he says, "So here's the." And I'll remind you, Stephen Puiox is blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6'8", and though he's 60 years old, he still kind of oozes power. The armor he's wearing is 30 years old, but he's taking good care of it. And again, he has the symbol of Merkul, but there's a red X mark over it. With hastily drawn, he just got some paint and drew over it. And again, that was a couple years ago too, so it's still very faded. But he kind of says, I'll be honest, I don't remember your name, but you are the only person I know that has healing magic other than Mora, and I know I can't go to her with this. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you need?
He says, so I've been thinking about the thing you guys told me about with the, you know, the revolution, I guess. But so like I said, I'm kind of still a little torn because, you know, my son's a wizard, and this all seems kind of anti-wizards or whatever. But so I've you know, they, you know, Johnny and Wednesday told me make my own decisions, so that's what I'm doing. I know that I could be very useful in the fight that's gonna come up, I guess, but I also, I have a lot of old friends that I think could also be useful, but the way to call them is kind of taxing, and if I pass out while I'm doing it, I'll die, so I was, if you know, I don't need someone there exactly, but I'd appreciate it if I, you know.
I just clasp my hands on like his like triceps, like hand on each, not like in going in hope, like kind of a little clap in his shoulder, like I got you covered, man. I got you.
It's cool. That's great. Yeah, Stephen is definitely a himbo, and it's also why I love him. Yeah. So
He's my favorite.
As you're kind of walking, he says, "What's your name again?"
Pale Talon.
He says, Pale. Okay. Like he kind of just like repeats it over and over again to try to remember. But as you're
like lacking color, not like the bucket. It's different. It's not like a bucket.
Got it. I'm
not a bucket. I'm a person.
Got it. He's like, I didn't figure, you know. But he's like, so do you want to do it at my place or yours?
Let's do it at yours. My place, there are probably too many people around.
Okay. He walks you like kind of across town to like a Motel 6. Like I'm talking bed bugs, like whatever. And like he's rambling literally the whole time about his son. Like telling you like he's like a prodigy and he learned how to do, you know, counterspell when he was like 9. And you know, just the whole, like, how much he fucking hates people that worship Pelor because they screwed him over so bad. Just empty kind of his stream of consciousness as he's kind of just walking with you. And you get to his, like, shitty motel room, and he talks about how, like, he's just so used to living in poverty that, like, spending any money at all, even though he has it, still feels weird. And so, you walk into his room, and he pulls out a bunch of, like, cans of salt and just starts pouring them in a circle on like the floor, like he pushes the bed out of the way and lights some like already half burnt candles around. Do you say anything to him while he's getting kind of set up?
Well, first of all, Pale was listening intently to his entire stream of consciousness, like, oh yeah, I get why you wouldn't like Pelor. I was like kind of mumbling as he listened intently to everything. And I was gonna say, hey, do you need help with anything? I mean, candles, I can just kind of, and I just snap my fingers and like a little tiny like lighter-sized flame. Not like a good lighter, like those dollar lighters. I dip my finger, like, hey, I can help with what do you need? I'm not here just to heal. I'm here to do whatever you need. You are helping me. You're a friend. What do you need, bud?
He like, yeah, he's holding the candle and sees you like your little like, you know, lighter thing. He's like, oh, cool, and like holds it up to light the candle with your finger or whatever. And he draws like just like a
perfect,
really...
yeah.
What?
Like, yeah, perfect. Cool.
Perfect.
Friendship.
He said, and you know, as he's kind of walking in like the, you know, just random thoughts, he's like, you know, the people, they're not good people, but they're really good at, you know, fighting. And Mora said that like the people leading the revolution are gonna try to screw the common people over for power and money, like gang war stuff, in the wake of the real war. But I feel like my people could be like a neutral power to keep that from happening, because like, you know, they're not good people, but I think they would listen to me and like I'm better in recent years, and stuff like that. And he kind of even tells you about...
Let's give him a hug.
A hug?
Okay, you're good. Good. I appreciate you.
He'll awkwardly hug you back.
I kind of give him like the little double pat, like, all right, big buddy, let's go, let's keep going.
Okay. And as he kind of finishes the salt circle, and all the candles are kind of lit in in between like the mounds of salt, he kind of takes a knee and pulls out like from under the breastplate and his armor, and like before he pulls out whatever he's reaching for, he turns to you and says, "This might get a little spooky, but don't freak out, okay?"
I was raised by 2 warlocks who saw their friends die multiple times, and I've brought people back from the dead. I gotcha.
That's rough. And then he pulls out a long, jagged dagger. It looks like it's made out of bone and bismuth, kind of like jagged and primitive, but also clearly somehow a masterwork. Like, it's absolutely ancient. The world is only 6,000 years old, and you figure this knife probably isn't much older than that.
Jeez.
And the sharpened kind of boned blade looks like it's been stained over and over again with a dull red and is like black at the tip, and the uncomfortable handle, like it's almost kind of digging into Stephen's hand as he holds it. It's like iridescent metal, like a blue and purple kind of. And as soon as he pulls out this jagged, wicked-looking blade, a dark energy kind of surrounds him. He kind of looks at the ceiling and like takes a sigh as he's like kneeling in the middle of the salt circle, and he slams this blade into his chest through his armor and everything. Gasping, clearly in agony, like even more than just normally being stabbed would do. Blood streams from him onto the floor, and he kind of like flickers in consciousness, and the shadows start to spill out of his like chest wound, and the lights of the room don't go out like the candles you guys have, but they flicker with a wind that you cannot feel as the shadows kind of spread out from him. There is almost a vacuum-like stillness outside of the salt circle that you can't really feel any, like not even a draft or anything in this cheap motel room. And the darkness is darker than the shadows that were already in this room, and you might notice that the light from under the door and outside of the window is gone, as though this room is cut off from everything else, and there's only black outside of this room. The room goes even, like, do you do anything when this happens, by the way? Feel free to, tell me if you do anything.
I immediately ask him, should I heal you now? I can heal you completely right now. Tell me when, what, and I start to put my hand towards the salt circle, like to reach into it, to reach towards him.
He doesn't react to you talking at all. He's just kind of focusing on staying conscious while the kind of, like, darkness pours out of him, but he doesn't react to you. Do you actually try to go past the circle?
Yeah, I try to just put my hand on him.
Roll me a con save.
Ruh-roh. So that'd be a 16.
Okay, you take 7 damage as, like,
That's
when you
fine.
try to touch this, the shadows that are kind of surrounding Stephen kind of go out and, like, stab you in the finger, and your whole hand, like, the veins in your finger turn black with necrotic kind of energy. And again...
Am I still able to reach him?
No. It, like, pushes you back, like you've been electrocuted.
Oof.
You could keep trying if you want to, but...
Nah. I'm, going to, just use my, channel divinity, and not sure how much damage he's taking, but this makes a lot. Immediately 20 HP right to him.
Oh, okay.
Like 20 heal right to him. Like, you're not dying on me. I don't have a lot of friends, and I don't let the ones I have die. And I think to the back of my mind.
So make me a... What's your spell attack modifier, Pale?
My spell attack modifier is a +3.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is a +1.
Okay. Let's... Huh. Yeah, I'd say you see as you cast the spell, your kind of, like, white magic from Tyr actually is able to shoot through the shadows surrounding him, and you see, like, the blood kind of, like, it goes slower for a second, but then keeps pouring out of him. And so as Stephen, like, continues to focus on not passing out, this room goes even darker and turns cool, like it's a night in late October. The candlelight goes from yellow to white, glowing, like, even brighter than a normal candle would. You're not sure if it's because it's so dark or just the light is just brighter. But Stephen, like, twists this horrible blade inside of him and kind of screams as he does it and, like, almost collapses. But the increase in black smoke, a figure starts to form, just, like, standing on the edge of facing Stephen on the edge of the salt circle with its toes kind of standing in the salt. And it starts the smoke kind of swirls before him and takes shape purely black, sucking the candlelight into it, and the billowing pillows of black smoke are now, like, kind of wreathed in white, and the smoke solidifies into a tall humanoid, kind of knitting itself into a, like, long black cloak over narrow shoulders. The light collects, and a white skull is drawn forward from the depths of the hood, and standing mostly solid in avatar form. Make me a religion check, Pale.
Oh god, I've made a mistake. That's a 15.
Okay, you recognize from, like, legend that this is the avatar of Merkul.
Oh, jeez.
And he's standing before Stephen, like, with his arms crossed. And though the darkness outside of this hotel room would, like, it might suggest that really you were brought to him instead of him being brought to you, or maybe you're just somewhere in the middle.
Oh god.
But Merkul, like, only is looking at Stephen, and he says, well, I can't lie. I know I'm omnipotent and everything, but this is still a surprise, Stephen. And Stephen's, like, gasping from pain, like, hello, Merkul. And Merkul just still kind of, it's as though he's, like, seeing an old ex at Walmart, and he's like, last time we spoke, you said it was the last time. You were pretty adamant about it. Now I hear that Johnny says he's grown and you're retiring. And Stephen's still, like, gasping for breath as blood, like, kind of pools below him as he's kneeling. He's like, he says yes. And Merkul just kind of dismissively waves, like, what's all this then?
I'm just going to, like, reach in, I don't care how mangled my arm gets, using my non-dominant arm, I just reach in and try and pull the blade out.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to stop this as fast as I can.
Okay. I would say you take another 7 damage and are kind of pushed backwards, but neither of them acknowledge you.
I grab my holy symbol and I just say, Tyr, I'm so sorry. And I cast guiding bolt right at the knife, not trying to hit Stephen, at the knife. And I, after I do that, I cast spiritual weapon, just have the gun at the ready.
Okay. Make me, is it like an attack roll for the first one?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, hit the knife out of him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Woofaroni. That'd be a 17.
Okay, now roll me damage.
Oof. So that'd be... Uh-oh. Again, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to destroy the knife.
The total damage is 14?
14.
Okay. You, Pale, take 14 damage.
Oh, God.
As it's refracted off of the kind of, like, smoke wall, and it slaps you. Are you still good?
Yeah. I slap myself with a Cure Wounds, just a basic 1d8.
Okay.
Right, this is happening at Steven's place, right?
Yeah.
So fuck. Me and Leo can't intervene at all.
Nah, Pale was like, I'm not gonna tell my friends. No, I'm not gonna ask any questions of Stephen. Who are you calling? Nothing. I'm just gonna go. It'll be great.
He was supposed to have given up the dark.
Yeah. Listen. And, like, so Mercool kind of asks, like, I assume, he, like, points to the salt circle and the blood and everything. He's like, I assume you didn't just call to talk to an old friend. And Stephen's like, I want you to tell everyone to meet me in Stone Garden. And Mercool is still casual. For the revolution, it's gonna be a bloodbath. Those people have no chance. Guns or no guns. And Stephen says, that's why I'm asking for help. And Mercool says, you don't like me anymore. Why should I? I'm the god of the apocalypse and death, but I need my mortal followers alive to do my bidding. And, it's obvious to you, Pale, that Stephen didn't think that far ahead. And he's, like, in too much pain to come up with anything at the moment. And so Mercool, like, answers his own question by offering, how about if I send them, you come back to me? And Stephen, like, grimaces as, like, you know, you can see blood kind of rolling out of his mouth now. And Stephen says, not gonna happen. And Mercool says, favor, what do you do?
I scream, Mercool. Hey. Weak god. I'm trying to get his attention. I'm trying to just insult him.
Make a either intimidation or persuasion or whatever you got.
That's a 3.
He does not acknowledge you at all.
You're so below his attention.
Yeah. And so
I just start praying.
Okay.
I'm just like calling him Tyr. Tyr, we have a real problem right now, Tyr.
Yeah. Make a religion check as you pray.
Alright, that's a 20. Dirty 20.
You kind of feel just the ever, like, glimmer of, like, you feel like you were heard. Yeah. And Mercool kind of continues. He says, you know, how about you do me a favor for a thing? And Stephen's like, what kind of favor? Like, you know, Mercool says, you know, it's a little long. I don't think I'd have time for me to explain it before you die, you know? And Stephen says, that sounds like a trap. And you see for the first time that, like, he's only a skull in a black cloak, but even still he looks offended. Or at least as offended as a, like, skull can look. He says, I wouldn't do that to you, Stephen. Come on. They only call me evil because they're scared of dying. You know of all people, my temperament and intentions. And Stephen says, I'm not going to do anything for you. And if Mercool had eyes, he would roll them. He says, if you wanted a god to do something for free, you should have asked Ilmater. Tyr or Cord, maybe. And Stephen sighs and, like, starts to pull the blade back out, but Mercool compromises. He says, how about I send out the call, and all you have to do is talk to me for a little bit. Call me again after this. I just want to talk. I would never make you do something against your will. And Stephen's like, you're just gonna convince me to come back to you. And Mercool says, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try. But you don't have to do it. I'll make my argument. I'll even give you time to think about it. You could even leave me again after. You already know what I'm gonna say, and you already know you can just tell me no again. And Stephen kind of pauses in thought, like hiccuping on blood as it's still drooling out of his mouth. And Mercool's like, you know, trying to prompt him before he passes out. Deal.
I'm gonna, before he can say anything, I'm just gonna scream out, I can give you two more, and you can steal them from another god.
Ooh. Make me another either persuasion or intimidation, but this time with advantage.
Alright, so that's 14.
Okay, roll with advantage.
I did.
Oh, you only rolled once.
No, it's a 12 and a 15.
Oh, I didn't see the 12.
Yeah.
So total's a 14?
Yep.
Okay.
See, and then God's insight at play.
Or even... I think
I don't know. Price of 2. That's a pretty good bargain.
Soul's
a soul, no matter how powerful it is.
I'm gonna say that he again doesn't acknowledge you, but I'm gonna say as the DM that might come up later. Yeah. He's busy with Stephen at the moment.
You're about to get a fucking weird dream, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so eventually Stephen kind of like looks at the blood-soaked blade again and then looks up to his, old god's face and eventually says, deal. Like saying that he'll call Merkul again later if Merkul passes them. And Merkul kind of pauses and looks up like he's thinking, and after like a moment of concentrating, he looks back down at Stephen and says, done. I think a fair amount of them will come. Only a day or two to spare, though, probably. Most of our people are in Hierophant and Lahuya these days, and only a few can travel magically. And Stephen corrects him, your people. And the god kind of dismisses him. Semantics. They're working with some Raven Queen extremists. I'm proud of them.
I'm gonna put the spiritual weapon gun to my head and scream at Merkul's avatar and just say, call them off, undo the call, and maybe you can have a cleric of Tyr leave and fall under your command. Call it off.
Make me another kind of check.
Oof. What check is that?
Either persuasion or intimidation.
Yeah, that's a 4.
He doesn't give a shit about you still.
Okay. In the meantime,
Yeah.
how long has it taken for them to walk to Stephen's place, and how long does it take for me to wake up Leo?
Or I'd say this is like the morning when Pale went to go drop off Dennis at the library. And it's probably only been like 30 minutes.
Damn, I was thinking, it was long enough, man. I'll send out, Afa to, alright, where the fuck is this guy?
I think it would have taken
An
probably
hour or two.
at least that long to walk Dennis to the library, so you should be getting home soon.
Yeah, so it'd be
But
an hour or two.
You're not worried yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not even close.
Yeah. After kind of hearing that Merkul is building the brand again, Stephen looks a little defeated, and but he says, I think I have a minute or two for my side of the bargain. Let's talk now. He's feeling okay. Because Stephen has a couple hundred hit points, so. And Merkul, earnestly, shrugs and he says, you sure you don't want to come back? You feel fulfilled doing nothing? And Stephen kind of whispers, I searched for over a decade. All of us. And it was nothing. And Merkul takes on a softer voice and he says, even Thera's way was not the way I wanted, Stephen. You got hurt, for one, and it still left one creature alive, very close but so far. There was another different time, a different place, but that created the Maw in the first place. And Stephen kind of blinks you know what the Maw is? Merkul kind of shrugs again and he says, the other gods claim souls of mortals and fight for footholds of power, but not even Istis or Ioun realize that once everyone's dead and their domains fall, I'll claim the gods' souls too. Gond was the beginning, I am the end. There are several ways things could go. We could end it early, save everyone the trouble. We wait for an eon or two, and the beam will run out of power, and the planes will go cold, or we do things the Maw's way. And as much as it kind of as much shock as he can muster through the agony, Stephen says, I've never heard this before. And again, Merkul shrugs and says, you're the first person I've ever told. Angel, mortal, god, or otherwise. And Stephen asks, why me? And you see Pale Merkul, the god of the apocalypse, who appeared to you in the image of a Grim Reaper, take a knee next to his ex-champion, and he puts a skeletal hand to Stephen's cheek, and he, Stephen kind of tries to resist it, but Stephen can't help but close his eyes and lean into it like a neglected cat, is kind of how it feels like. And Merkul says, most of my followers are just psychopaths looking for an excuse to kill. I will admit that, though even they have their uses, but you, I can hold in my hand the number of souls that kept the same faith you did, the true way. this handful realized that the end was the merciful thing, the only good way. Only a handful realized that no matter what you do, life is wrought with misery and pain, eternal in its own way because it's all that mortals can conceive. Only a handful accepted that those who seek to liberate and bring aid and succor in prolonging life on the material plane, they prolong suffering. Because no matter how many evildoers you stop, no matter how many peoples you save, the next tragedy is only around the corner. But even among those few, none had the same zeal. None even came close to the same dedication, Stephen. And the god clenches his other fist in a hand and shakes it with intensity before grabbing the other side of Stephen's face, and he says, "You were the first person to understand. Truly understand my impetus. Stephen, I don't know if you realize, but you used to believe in me as hard as I did. When Elder Michael and Lewis found you, rescued you from those orcs, I knew you were always meant to come to me. Why do you think I had yet to choose another champion?" And Stephen kind of whispers, "I don't pretend to know." And Merkul tells him, "Because as long as you're alive, and truly long after, no one will compare to you. Even if you never come back to me, I want you to know that." And Stephen, brokenly, tears streaming from his face, says, "I can't come back." Do you do something, Pale?
I just yell out, "We already agreed that I would kill him before he can come back." And I just, I'm holding the spiritual weapon, the giant golden gun, and just trying to push through the tendrils without getting hit.
Okay.
And I'm also, around my hand, I'm doing produce flame, so I'm holding the golden gun, flames all around my hand, just trying to push through to get to him.
Okay, roll me another kind of a wisdom save, I guess.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a 5.
You take 3 damage.
Fair enough.
Okay. And Stephen says, I can't come back. And Merkul, insists, as he's, still holding his face, Johnny would have a place at your side as you would have a place at mine. You would be together in painless eternity. Joyful, Stephen. And Stephen, sobs, "I can't kill him." And as though, this is an argument that he and the god have had many times before. So I promised I'd leave. I promised I wouldn't. And Stephen kind of retreats into, a mantra, if I can't be a good paladin, then at least I can be a good father. And Merkul says, "You may never convince him. Johnny is a victim to the propaganda of the ways of the living, but Stephen, if he dies by you acting by my will, or at the hand of some other, or hell, Stephen, an accident, old age, if you fall into favor with another god and serve them and go into heaven, in the eons, you will be with me anyway. Why not save everyone the agony, Stephen? What's there to gain this way? What's the point of drawing it out? You know what pain is like." And the god takes one hand off Stephen's face and grabs the communion blade, and he says, "You have suffered endlessly and in vain for nothing. You can stop that from happening to anyone else ever again." And Stephen shakes his head and tries to gather resolve, and he says, "Even if I did come back, how would I find the way?" And Merkul says, "Follow your heart, Stephen. You're a good man." Yeah?
Blast in just 2 healing, 2 cure wounds in, just to give him that little boost and that little reminder that, hey, I'm here to help heal you. I'm still here. Don't forget that.
Okay.
So that'd be a 15.
Oh, 15 health points? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
that is able to pass through the veil. But again, neither of them look at you. And Stephen asks Merkul, even if I did come back, how would I find the way? But Merkul says, follow your heart. You're a good person. You seek to help. You're merciful and just, and you are very close to the end. Just follow your heart, and you'll reach it on your own. And Stephen says, you can't tell me? And Merkul says, if I spoke it, the other gods would know and thwart the plan. And Merkul forces himself to let go of Stephen, and it looks like it hurts him to do so. And he rises to his feet again, And it is in this moment that at last Merkul turns his attention to you, Pale, and he, like, you know, still a skull for a face. If he could smile, you know that he would be, and if he had eyes, you would feel that he would wink. And he turns back to Stephen and he says, I have faith in you, even if you no longer have it in me. Now go, before you join me prematurely. And then Stephen, like, closes his eyes and looks down from Merkul, like, back to the puddle of blood, and he sucks in, like, another painful breath and rips the, like, jagged and hooked blade out of his chest, and immediately you are back into the shitty motel room, and Stephen just kind of, like, gasps, laying on his back in a puddle of blood.
I just go and, another cure wounds and a healing word. Just, so that's an 8 and, what is it? 7, so that's 15 health point, just right to the chest. Just, I'm cradling his head, like, just holding him up, even though he's probably much bigger than me, just breadth-wise.
Yeah.
Just holding him. And then I cast Mending on his armor to heal it, like to try and slowly fix up. I'm just like, Stephen, I thought you said it was friends, Stephen. And I'm just holding him, cradling him, like shaking. Just like, you said it was a friend. I thought it was warriors. I thought it was other ex-followers. I thought it was just fighters. Stephen, I didn't know it was him. I didn't know. I would never. You shouldn't have. Stephen. He's wrong. He's wrong. And I'm just like holding him, freaking out.
He kind of like gasps and wheezes and like grabs your arms as you like your forearms as you hold him. And he like gasps and he says, he's like, listen, if we get all of them to die use them for good if we're gonna kill them eventually. And then he kind of like faints. Or actually,
I'm just breaking down.
Make me an insight check, Pale.
Ruh-roh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Insight, that's...
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah, that's a 22.
You, as like Steven's telling you, he's like, you know, I'm calling the remainder of the Merkulians to come fight in this, because, like, you know, they should die anyway, so we might as well use them for our advantage. But as he's telling you that, you see the look in his eyes that says, it looks like somebody who's, like, you know, gotten clean of an addiction, and they've just been reunited with it. And though they know it's wrong, it still feels really, really good.
I take my tear necklace off. And this is the one that I don't give away, as opposed to the others I usually give away. And I put it around his neck, and I'm just holding him like, that's the way. No one deserves to die. There's a chance for... Stephen, I should have asked. I'm sorry, I don't care what it takes. When I go to see my father and sister, the warlocks I told you about, they raised me. We're trying to get them away from their patron, and you're coming with us. We're gonna get him. Wait, side note. In this universe, is Vecna like banished, or is that like not gonna happen? You mentioned him once. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. So in campaign 1, they banished Vecna. That was about 13 years ago.
Got it. I'm just gonna hold his head. Would Pale know that?
Yeah, everyone would know that. That's
Okay.
huge news.
I'm gonna say, we're gonna throw him in whatever hole Vecna was thrown in. We're gonna throw him in whatever hole we can. I don't care what he thinks the end is. He won't be there for it. And you will be somewhere much better away from him.
Steve's
And I
like,
fully mean it. Like, Pale fully knows and believes, like, you're gonna come with us, we're gonna help you, and it's not the way. It's not the way. It's like, I'm like, Pale's just freaking out, terrified.
Steven's like kind of gasping, like, I'm not gonna go back. I said I wouldn't. I'm not going to.
Good, and I'm just gonna stay with him, and just pour as much healing as much healing into him as I can, and just to, yeah. And while he's healing, I'm gonna put the blade in my bag.
Oh, he's not gonna let you take it. You go to grab it, and he's like, no, I got it. If you hang on to it, he'll try and talk to you. And he's like, weak, but unless you, fight him, he's not gonna let you take this.
I'm just gonna say, then, would you be willing to, after everything's over, let me take this later to fight another god?
Well, I mean, who are you fighting?
Umberly.
He kind of nods and he's like, well,
I know, I'm a fighting Nazi, it's ironic. I get it. I've heard it before, don't worry, I grew up with it.
Well, I guess I owe you a favor, but,
You owe me nothing, you owe me nothing.
Elsie's like, well, it's just this thing's really fucking old, and I gave up a lot to get it in the first place, and even though I'm not in the club anymore, I don't want the people who are in the club to have it. And I definitely don't want the Pelorians to have it. So, for now it's going to be with me until I die. So, I'll let you borrow it, though. Because we're pals now, I guess.
You're a good friend. I just stay there with him until I can heal him as fully as possible, and I just stay there and just try and console him and talk to him. And I just start talking about my family, because he was talking about his son, and I just start talking to kind of distract him from whatever I can.
Okay. The thing I just rolled to see if you would remember what your name is or not. And he's gonna be really surprised that he's like, yeah, Pale. He goes, oh shit, I remembered your name. Fuck yeah. And he's like, I couldn't remember my son's birthday till he was 13.
I don't even know my own birthday.
Oh boy. Okay. So you guys hang out in his room for a while. Do you guys want to call it there, or do you want to do you guys want to meet up and then talk up? Pale, would you tell everyone else what the fuck just happened?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you keeping Stephen with you or leaving him here?
I'm not letting him leave. I'm not letting him out of my sight until I can drop him with the whatever her name was, the Pelorian woman.
Oh, you're gonna take him to Mora?
I'm not letting him out of my sight until I can drop him with her, but I'm not going to attack weapons.
Okay.
In front of him, at least.
Alright, so, Pale comes back probably at 9 a.m. with Stephen Puiox. They look kind of chummy, although Stephen looks pretty tired still. For whatever reason.
Kind of freak out because I'm not in, barkeeper, 1? So, just kind of freaking out. Oh, I gotta go use the bathroom. Come back as, the barkeeper, 1.
And Leo does something similar because he's usually very Nilo.
Hello there, fellow bar patron.
Steven looks at both of you, and there is no recognition on his face. He has forgotten about
Do I recognize him?
You would know your friends, yeah.
Guys, cut it. We have a problem. We might need to talk to your dad, Varys, because something happened. I did it bad. I did it bad.
Steven's like, it's not a.
Guys.
There's not a problem. We're gonna.
Dennis. And also, is that blood on your tunic?
Dennis is at the library. It's a lot of blood on my. Listen. Let's go upstairs. Let's talk away from other people. Now, let's go.
So is it a tunic or a tabor?
I'm wearing mithril armor. I don't know what he's wearing. His fancy special black armor.
It's old as shit. I think splint mail. I said, but. Yeah, but you guys go up to a room.
Yeah.
And the whole time Steven's like, it's not a bad thing. They're gonna listen to me. I know they will. They're fucking morons.
That's the problem, Steven.
We're gonna use them to make sure the Thieves Guild doesn't go crazy.
Okay, can I roll for insight to find out who's them?
Roll to see if you get a general idea. Right? I don't think you'd know from just that context.
Well,
you
I mean,
might.
the Stephen Puiox got the symbol of Mercool on his armor, and even though it seems like he's left him, we have a cleric who's saying this is really bad, where he's like, oh no, man, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, roll insight. You can too, Leo, if you want.
Oh, absolutely. This man was supposed to have come up and kissed me in my moment of the worst, third worst.
Alright, I got a 23 for insight.
Okay, what about you, Leo?
Oh. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, both of you would know from just kind of the vague details that Pale is spitting out so far, and that Steven's trying to assuage him are not that big of a deal. I don't know. I mean, I guess with over 20, Steven has called someone who Pale thinks is very bad.
To be fair, Pale thinks a lot of things are very bad.
But you think that he might actually be right this time.
First of all, the devil lettuce is deadly, but that's a problem for another day.
It's not addictive.
Exactly. It has healing benefits.
You can't OD on it.
Steven's gonna go, I used to be in a cult. You have no idea how many drugs I've done. Devil grass is fucking nothing. But
Don't you start with me. I will cry. You two, I will shoot.
Related Jones
It's a gateway drug, alright? Chill.
Alright, so I lay Steven down on the bed, and I was like, alright, guys. So something kind of not cool happened.
Yeah, right. You kissed me. Now you're laying some other dude down on the bed. I see how it is.
I
yeah,
don't know what
dude's
you're
like
talking
60
about.
years old.
Ooh, sugar daddy.
He's still spry.
The whole kissing
Gilf.
thing, also, Kit kind of shyly, just looks at nothing, anything but y'all.
So
So Steven, upon seeing Kit go weird at mentioning kissing, he goes, there's nothing wrong with, what is it? It's like, or he'll say, the cult was also polyamorous. It's not as weird as it sounds.
Kit kind of just looks at him like deadpan, like, ew.
Pale is realizing this is the single worst day of his life. Worse than when he found out that his foster dad and foster sister were damned to the god of the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Literally worse than that.
Oh boy.
And Pale just starts word vomiting what happened, but only mostly cohesively. There was a skeleton god, and the skeleton god was been smoked. The smoked skeleton god bleeding, and then the apocalypse is coming. But it's also the mall. But it's about the mall, but it isn't the mall. But he's talking about things, and there's a god's plan, guys, that.
Like you're
general.
crying and...
Yeah.
Can I roll insight to see if I can piece all that together?
Yeah, roll either insight or history. See if you can figure out what the fuck Pale's talking about.
16.
You rolling too, Leo, or?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm rolling. Sorry.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Yeah, both of you get the general idea that Stephen met up with Pale and then asked him to make sure he didn't die while he summoned Mercool to ask him to call the rest of the Mercoolians from all over the world to come help you with the revolution.
I mean, help with the revolution is good. My father would be pleased, which is always a good thing. Because I've obviously got daddy issues. Because let's not even play.
Kit, knowing our actual employer, is internally freaking the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
It's Kit is almost hyperventilating, of how badly we just fucked up.
And Steven's gonna go, it's not that bad. They're gonna do what I tell them because they think that I'm gonna... literally, whenever one of them fucking runs into me, they're like, oh, are you gonna lead us again? And I'm like, no, fuck off. But if I pretend that I'm going to come back and lead everybody, which I'm a terrible leader anyway, I don't know shit, but I'm gonna pretend to, and then we're gonna fuck up the wizards and the Pale Orients, and then I'm gonna send them home.
We're not gonna attack the Pelorians. There's nothing. We're not. Steven, you're slipping again. We're not. No.
He says, you have no
Huh.
idea what they did to me. We can talk about that later.
I meant telepathically talk to Aoife, and I even do it in Sylvan, or Faye, just so it can't be overheard by everyone else. And tell her to pass this along to Leo that we need capital, all caps, to tell this to Wade.
Excuse me, my father's name is Quentin.
Yeah, but I
No, it's
There's
Gilbert.
nothing.
I don't know.
Quentin was your dad's daddy.
I don't work for your daddy. I am sub.
Hang on, my father's name is what? It starts with a G. Gilbert.
Gilbert. And Kit doesn't work for your dad.
What?
He, she,
He
they
doesn't
just
work for my
said.
dad. Oh, he works for Wade, but Wade works for my dad.
No.
So basically, my dad is
Wade-
Kit's father.
Wade pretends to work for Gilbert when Wade really works for Thunderscrump, but I don't think you know that yet.
What?
Yeah. I think only Kit knows that.
Yeah, we need to talk to Wade. He is my boss, and oh boy.
No, we're going to talk to my dad.
Your dad doesn't know Quentin is dead.
Well, we can tell him. He
Ava's
tried to
getting
shoot
really
me.
pissed off that she is passing these messages back and forth.
She's like, you're messenger pigeoning her?
Yeah, so that way we're not telling Pale or
Oh, I have message, so the second she came over to me, I can cast message, and then only you and I can hear each other. So she doesn't have to be our messenger pigeon.
The first time you tell her this, she goes, I'm not a pigeon, but then she goes anyway, and is a pigeon. But,
yeah, no, we done fucked up bad. Cities have literally been blown up for less.
Oh God.
Steven's like, it's gonna be fine.
I go, it's probably not going to be fine, especially when my dad finds out that his friend slash hopeful lover is dead because he tried to kill me. So we'll see. It'll be
We're
fine.
gonna wait on that one.
We're going to wait on that one? I mean, I guess.
I mean, he's kind of got to focus on the revolution, and if he kind of like loses his shit,
Eventually, he is going to wonder where Quentin is.
And we will lie.
I mean, I'm a decent liar, I will admit, but I am his son, and I love him.
But you don't remember his fucking name, do you?
It's been a long night, okay? It's been a really trying time, and I just met my dad a couple of months ago. I'm sorry.
You've known him
I
for like
swear
a total
I
of
will
3
summon
days.
another baboon and kill it in front of you.
Yeah, I didn't kill the baboon. He just disappeared, and I miss him.
I will kill as many baboons as I have to, if it means that we can stop whatever's coming, because we
Now,
messed up.
here's the real question, Bailey.
Huh?
The next time that I pull a baboon out of my bag, will it be Bimbledy Boop?
I don't know, will it?
I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
either.
But Steven, like, from the bed goes, what's a baboon?
It's like a. Wait, does evolution exist in this? Could I make an evolution joke, or?
No. I mean, like, there's like micro evolution. The world's only 6,000 years old, so the gods who made the plants and animals, Pan, I guess, made them how they are, and they've adapted like a little since then, but not very much.
God, I wonder if we even have mitochondria. It's like a monkey. It's like a big monkey with a weird butt. I'm sure you guys saw them in a cult, but Steve, buddy, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, we this I know you keep saying it's not bad, but it is bad, and I also just offered my soul to a god, and he turned me down, and I offered him multiple souls, and he turned it down. I wasn't gonna do it, but
Wait.
Yeah, hold up there. Well, what did you just say?
in times of stress, I kind of freak out, and I was raised by warlocks. Things happen when I'm stressed. Bad things happen when I get freaked out. It was a death god. Like, I was freaking out, you guys.
I messaged Aoife to go to Charlotte again.
Leo.
Leo, excuse me. And like, yeah, no, he definitely fucked up bad. He really, really, really fucked up.
And Steven kind of shrugs and he says, I mean, I guess on what he said today, he probably didn't take it because he's gonna get your soul eventually? All of them? Everybody? I didn't know that the first time around.
He's lying.
Also, Pale, how does it feel to be so inadequate that a death god just doesn't want you?
I will send you to him.
See, you're already on the bandwagon. Did you worship tier?
But like, as I say
It's not
that,
me, just pale.
I also cast Stone, and I turn my hair, like all the fire on me, just pitch black. And when I say that I will send you to him, just immediately all black.
Okay,
Just-
Steven's gonna say, whoa! Man, I said you told me not to go back and you're going? What the fuck?
Afa, paralyze him, please.
So Steven rolled a natural 1. He thinks that you really did, Pale.
Come for later, Stephen.
Afa, please paralyze him. We're holding an intervention.
Paralyze you, Pale?
Yeah.
Do you really have him do it?
Is he playing that off as a joke, or is he being serious about it?
He's 50-50. It's not a joke. It's more like I'm angry and in a bad spot mentally, and I will fight you. I won't kill you, but like Pale is unhinged right now because he just made it essentially offer to make deals with the god of death and the apocalypse after hearing that all things are going to end and even his god will die one day.
Yeah, Leo, I think we need to hold an intervention.
Yeah, nope, an intervention definitely sounds in order.
Okay, yeah, Afa, please paralyze him.
Steven's gonna say from the bed, he's like, oh, I've had a few of those. Been sober for a while, though. I guess, does she have to
He's lived a
attack?
life.
Yeah, it's just a little arrow that does 1d1 damage.
Okay. Make an attack roll for her? What's your AC, Pale?
18.
Okay.
16, so it doesn't hit.
Yeah, it
Takes off his armor.
yeah.
So at that point, Leo is gonna cast Sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, Pale's not like having a panic. He's not like
I mean,
frothing at the.
he just claimed that he sold his soul. Well, he said he got rejected, but then he went full on dark side.
Okay.
I don't know what to trust anymore.
Okay, roll. How many points? It's like a number of hit points, right?
It's 5d8 hit points.
Jeez.
Roll.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Or doesn't it affect the person with the lowest hit points first in the area?
Oh shit.
This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of the point of your choice, of your choose, within range, are affected in ascending order of their hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points within 20 feet. Fuck.
I'd say you would know that, so you could like kind of move at such an angle that.
Let's remember, I'm also beat up.
That's true.
So I'm gonna aim to get like Pale and Steven and not hit Kit.
Homie, you are not gonna put Steven to sleep.
I'm not gonna put Steven to sleep.
He was the champion of a god once. No.
Oh,
Thick.
you think?
Kuka.
Okay,
Okay, but I mean, there's not anybody else around. It's me, Kit, Wanda.
Pixie.
Sorry, not Wanda. Sparkles has currently disappeared.
Pixie.
You have everyone downstairs.
And then there's everybody downstairs.
I would say you're gonna roll the hit dice to see if you can put Pale to sleep. I'll tell you right now, Steven has 102 hit points.
Ooh.
5d8. 19. So I'm
Yeah.
hitting all of those at Pale.
Yeah, considering I only have 6 hit points left, yeah, I'm out.
Oh shit! Wait. Hold on. I'm not trying to step on your toes, Leo, but I'm thinking of something. Okay.
That's okay.
While Steven definitely could have healed you, Pale, he's too stupid to realize you were injured. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's really how it is. Okay, so
Yeah.
Pale goes
I love
to
my
sleep,
himbo.
and here, hold on.
Hear a couple thuds downstairs.
No. So Steven catches you though, and he looks up at Leo like, "What did you do to him?"
I needed him to calm down.
Also, can you help us tie a rope to tie him to his chair?
This is why.
Didn't he just say he went to Mercoul? That's like it's kind of like bad. That's like that's a real bad.
No, Mercoul came here.
So he didn't go to.
What?
Yeah, so there's this thing called the Communion Blade that I have, and so it sounds spooky because it's Mercoul and that's his aesthetic, and he just has to. So you stab yourself, and then you're able to talk to him, and it your life force feeds him coming here. So it's not like a god coming, because when gods come to Earth for real, they kill a bunch of people on accident, even the good ones, just because the power, it'll just nuke them. So he sends so he feeds off your soul to come here for a little bit, just to talk. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a vision. But
So Pale didn't sign a deal?
Nah, I didn't know he said anything. I didn't know he talked.
Ah, son of a bitch. So you cannot confirm or deny that he may or may not have sold his soul?
I didn't hear Pale talk the whole time. I thought he was just standing there.
Son of a bitch. Can you help us tie him up?
No.
Please?
But why?
We're holding an intervention.
But he's fine.
For now. But we're going to stop him from hurting himself later.
Pale just kind of does.
Oh, does he
Like Brian to kiss his fellow party members.
I'm sorry, what?
Just kidding, I didn't know that.
Just look, I'll watch him. This being tied up sucks. So, and we're kind of bros now, so I don't want to do that to him. Yeah.
I guess it depends on who's talking to you first.
You don't know who's gonna talk to you first, Pale, Tyr, or Mercoul.
Ooh.
Or maybe you just get blast from the past, shanked by the maw over and over and over again. Next session's gonna
Honestly,
be
all
for
the
you,
above.
Pale.
Yep.
So, I pull out my rope, and since Steven's not gonna help, who's better at tying rope here?
I'm gonna rephrase that. Steven's not gonna let you tie Pale up.
We're gonna tuck him in very, very firmly.
Into bed?
Yeah.
That's fine.
The Navy tuck in just can't even move.
Yeah.
You know where you get tucked in so firm, you can't even get that movement to break yourself loose. You're just kind of burritoed up.
It's sure. I'll stay here though, so when he wakes up, he'll be fine.
Bailey and I have the same mother, and neither of us have ever experienced that. Just as
He says, just being tied up sucks. I don't want to do that to him because we're bros now.
Oh, don't worry about it. Pale's into it.
Is he really?
How does Leo know?
Yes, absolutely. I should know. He kissed me earlier.
I just want you to know, I rolled a 2 for insight. That's a 0. I'm pretty sure that Leo could lie about that. He says, but do y'all, actually fuck, though? I'm no judgment, you know where I've been.
There's,
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
No.
It's well, it's weird for you to tie him up, then, if he's into it like that.
Don't worry, I'll do it. Just instruct me, because I don't tie good enough knots for him, and he complains.
Well, why don't you just not tie him? I don't see the problem. And I know I'm, fixed gold or whatever, but, I don't...
Tell you...
Yeah.
He's into it.
And he'll buy you lunch afterwards.
No, but that's weird. He's 30 years younger than me.
I'll give you 5
You
gold.
have to know that you're doing it. You're doing it for Leo's sake.
How about I just watch him when he wakes up? I'll make sure he's cool then. How long does sleep last, by the way?
I'll give you 5 gold.
Says, I don't have any need for money. I'm set for forever. That's what Johnny says anyway. How long does sleep last?
Sleep lasts not very long.
It's a minute, right?
It is. Hang on. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Yes, 1 minute.
Okay. So I would say, unless you, like, attack Steven in the next 10 seconds, he's not going to let you tie Pale up.
Can we tuck him in very quickly?
I'd say you get him, like, halfway into bed, and then Pale would start to wake up.
Oh no.
I shift into the largest, fattest man I have ever seen, and I said,
Steven.
You see him, Pale?
Yes.
Steven's gonna go, I think he's gonna suffocate. And Pale, you wake up in bed. Steven and Leo are still there, but there's a very big fat man sitting on top of you. And Steven's like, I'm not sure if he should be doing that. Like, just the look on his face. Like, are you sure? I think he'll, like, suffocate, won't he?
Kid just gives a dismissive wave. It's fine, it's fine.
Roll persuasion.
I just also look up and I just go, why didn't you guys just tie me up?
18.
Yeah, you convince Steven that it's fine. Pale, you say, why didn't you just tie me up?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you sitting up? Why didn't you just tie me up?
I motion towards Steven. Nah?
Just tying people up's not fun. Unless you're into it, being tied up sucks.
Well,
They said you were into it, but that's weird if you're just platonic friends.
I'm not into it. I wouldn't know, but my sister, phrasing, but it makes sense. But anyway, listen,
Wait,
guys, I'm fine.
Stepsister? Stepbrother?
Foster. I just look at him like, not the time, kitten. Not the time. And I was like, guys, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I didn't sell my soul. I just offered it, and possibly yours, but he didn't take the bait.
I shove my gross, fat, greasy man feet onto his face and be like, are you sure? Are you sure you didn't sell your soul?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
You
Pretty
want to make a religion check?
Me?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm poking my big
Ruh-roh. That's a 9.
Okay. You weren't sure, but you feel like, if I sold my soul, I probably would have, no.
Yeah. I feel like I know. I feel like, right, guys? See, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine.
Oh, by the way,
it's
take
fine.
a level in Warlock.
Oh, God. I just feel like Jade and Folium reaching out, like, we're proud of you. Good job.
Okay.
But, Steve, buddy, we're, but it's fine.
He says, yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Not you.
Let's just accept the help. We could use all the help we need. That's what I knew when I recruited Stephen. It's what my father would have told me if I had asked. Even though I've only known him a couple of days, we know each other so well. I just know it.
You want to roll religion?
Yeah, see if, how this actually, would I know how, the actual intricacies of selling those one soul would work?
Yeah, or roll religion or history.
18.
You would know that typically, when you, promise your service to a god, like becoming a cleric or a paladin, some people are just religious. They pray when it suits them, and occasionally the gods, if it suits them, they'll help them out. Clerics and paladins are different because they kind of, swear fealty, and they're just worshiping the single one god, and so the god is, more attentive to their personal needs and grants them, magic, etc. But the god expects more out of them and everything. But then warlocks are really the only ones who when a cleric or a paladin dies, if the cleric or paladin wants to, they can live eternity in that god's kind of kingdom. But a warlock actually sells it like actually sells their soul, and so whoever they kind of promise it to does whatever the fuck they're gonna do with it afterwards.
Okay, but is it more than just an offer? Does something has to be done afterwards, like a compact seal or some shit?
With like demons, there is usually like a literal signing of a contract. With like the great old ones, it's like you just kind of feel tainted for the rest of your life. You feel a little off for forever. With like swearing yourself to a god, it's a little weird to be a warlock of a god because like you could still go to their heaven if they wanted to, but it's like the more your kind of business relationship is different.
But they would be marked all the same.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be like a physical thing. Like unless you did like detect good and evil, like the spell, you probably wouldn't know.
Aoife, check him.
Does she have that spell?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Heart sight. Pale, make me a DC 20 or like a charisma check.
Yeah, charisma saving
Oh,
throw.
charisma, good.
Yeah,
That's a
charisma
2.
saving throw. A 2?
Yeah, I have a -1 charisma.
Yeah.
Alright, so it has a good mark.
So Aoife like touches you, and she says, "You're lawful good, right, Pale?"
Yep.
He's still lawful good. I don't feel anything but tear on him.
Alright, sweet. I shift back into petite androgynous form and hop off. Tighten my belt up.
That is so weird to watch, but kind of, it's always interesting. Yeah, next time, guys, and Stephen, just so you know, just tie me up. Stephen, just let them tie me up. I know it's not as fun, but it's a lot less disgusting than feet in my face.
Is that I can't. That's also bad. Also, it's also bad.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're into it, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to judge other people, Stephen.
No, I grew up in a cage, so I'm not into it. Super not into it.
Oh. God, Stephen. You
'Cause I was raised
poor,
by orcs.
precious man.
I was raised, so my parents were Pelorians, and the orcs were attacking our city, and so my parents gave me to the orcs as like a peace offering, me and my brothers, and so I was raised by the orcs forever, and basically I was a dog. I mean, I was like, they think I'm 17, they think I was 17, like doing the backwards math, and then, like, he's rambling again, and he's like, so then the Merculians found me, and rescued me, and like taught me how to be a person, and so then I did stuff for them for a while, and then the Pelorians found him again, and my parents found me, and they executed all my friends and the only family I'd ever known, and tried to force me to convert to Pelor, and that didn't work. But then another chick who was in the cult named Thera, she was pregnant with Johnny, but again, because like, we all had orgies and stuff, we don't know who the actual father is. But so I told them that he was mine, so they wouldn't kill her, and so then we got married, but she was like a total bitch, like did Star Sugar, like we were like starving on the streets and everything, and so she tried to kill Johnny over and over. I became a prostitute to survive and feed him, and then she eventually left, and the Pelorians wouldn't let me leave the city to go work or anything, so that's why I hate them. And then, like, he just rambles. He'll tell. I can literally, if you want to, Pale, I'll send you his whole fucking thing. But I don't know if everyone else cares.
Do it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just going to be like, listen, buddy, that's a problem for another day.
Okay. Like, if you let him, he'll tell you anything.
Oy vey.
Yeah, I've written 2 novels in this setting, and I'm working on a 3rd. One of them is about James Grethuzar, who's the like retired king of Thundersgrim, and one is about Stephen, and then we had campaign 1, and then now we have I'm writing about another guy named Lance, and all 3 of those boys are himbos, and I love them, but
You have a type.
I know.
And Charlotte, yeah, so we can probably start like, should probably like wrap ups and stuff, but yeah, I'm listening, I'm just like, this precious idiot.
Tells you no, it's
We are
gonna
all
be
so
fine.
screwed.
It'll be fine. Okay.
I need a drink. Aoife, you down?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find work here in a bit.
Any leaving thoughts, Leo?
I need to go to bed, said both Charlotte and Leo.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright.
Oh,
Y'all be
God.
safe and sleep tight.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it's Bailey Ford, your Dungeon Master. Thank you for listening to another episode of Cowboys and Illithids. I would like to thank our regular players, Charlotte, John, Matt, Hip, and John. Hip also drew our cover art, and the background music is from tabletopaudio.com. Please share the show if you liked it, and feel free to post questions or comments to us on social media. You could find us on Twitter at @CIllithids, and on Tumblr with the Cowboys and Illithids or CAI podcast hashtag. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in a few days.